Hi guys, long time no see. I know, I apologize, that is completely on me. I've been crazy busy. I think I posted a TikTok, I think it was like Christmas or the day after Christmas, but my life has been so chaotic. Life update, graduated college, crazy, I know, right? Moved back home with my parents, which totally okay with. I'm so excited to be back here. I start a new job soon. I'm studying to take an important exam for my job, and so I haven't really been reading or like just really doing anything book related. So I'm really hoping to slowly get back into it, especially once I start and everything. But I figured today I could do my January TBR. It is currently January 2nd, so I am a little behind, but I was out of town for the new year. But I'm very excited for this. I do have some books that are like a hard TBR, and then as you can see, my beautiful TBR cart, I do plan to pick I think 2 books off of this each month to get through it. Now, I will not lie to you, there may be some books that if I pick the number out of this little cup and I see it, there are a couple that I have thought about that I just want to go ahead and get rid of because I either won't read them again or I don't really want them on my shelf. And I have Libby and Kindle Unlimited, and a lot of them are now being placed on those websites, so I figured I can either donate or sell it and have someone else, try it out. But I will go through and kind of start with my strict hardcore TBR for January. So this one, a little bit of a fail on my end. You all saw my 10 before the end, and we saw that this bad boy was on there. Now, I did start this, and then probably started, I think it was the 18th or so, and I got like 40% of the way in it, and then for 5 days I just did not read. But I have kind of picked it back up. I think I'm like 55% of the way through. Still taking me a minute, but this is one that I will finish. I promise, guys, I will finish in January. I'm loving it so far. I loved all the other Crescent City books, so I'm very excited to finish this kind of story out. I do know that it ends on either a cliffhanger or everyone hates the ending, so I'm not happy about that, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm here, I'm gonna read it, and I'm annotating it, as you can see. So this will be the first one. The next one is another one that was on my 10 before the end that I did not get to. Her Soul to Take. This one I got in I think it was a blind date with a book off TikTok shop. It was an amazing little gift thing that I got myself. I'm really excited to read this. I just did not have the time to read this in 2025. So it will be read January. It's placed, it's on this list, and I'm going to redo my bookshelf to try to put like my TBR up here. I did get a new Harry Potter box set, and I'm finding spots for those, but I will get to her, I promise. I'm very excited to read this. Also, speaking of, for my Kindle, I didn't get to like Fairy Tale or Book of Azrael or City of Gods and Monsters, like some of those other ones that were on my Kindle, so those will be kind of scattered throughout the rest of 2026. But I was kind of ambitious, I feel like, with my 10 before the end, especially with me finishing school. On to my newer book that you guys have not seen yet that I know I will be getting to. Like, this is a series that I've been wanting to start for, I think I've had the books for a couple months. One of my best friends read it. He absolutely was obsessed with it. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try it out. Miss Warren, Brandon Sanderson. I do have the UK covers. I ordered these online, and they were probably, I think, like $25 for the box set, maybe 30. But I just did not like the US editions. They were just big, and these were just so pretty, and I mean, come on. And I think Era 2 is also kind of in this style, so I may end up ordering those if I love it. But I have heard that you can read Era 1 and take a break. You don't have to immediately jump into Era 2 because I guess there's like a time jump. But I'm very, very excited for this. This has been on my TBR for a while. I keep seeing Brandon Sanderson's TikToks pop up, and like a lot of book talkers that I know have read this book and absolutely loved it and been obsessed with this series. So we're gonna try. I understand, guys, that so far looking at this, there's a lot of thick books right there. So we're gonna see. And those are all, well, her total take isn't fantasy, but I think it has like some aspects of fantasy. And then I do have my Kindle. I've fallen into the heated rivalry kind of universe. I tried to read Game Changer back, I think it was like February or March, and I got like a third of the way into it, but at that time I was just not wanting hockey romance. That's kind of when I was back in my like fantasy, like heavy fantasy era. So I DNF'd it, and then I think it got taken off of like Kindle Unlimited or wherever I was reading it. So I never went back to it, but with the show coming out, which I've watched bits of the show, I do not have HBO Max, so it's like I can't watch it fully, but it looks really good, and I know they're more like spicy books. So I have read, I finished Game Changer. I did skip over a lot of stuff, but just like the story of it is absolutely adorable. And so I have started Heated Rivalry. I'm only like 10% of the way in because I'm trying to like read at the same time as Crescent City, and it's a lot going on. So it'll take me a little bit, but those I kind of just plan to read in the background because I read my Kindle like right before I go to bed. So usually I'm doing like a chapter or two at night. We'll see. And then I did order a Kindle refresh kit that I forgot about that should hopefully be coming in sometime in January. So I might do like a TikTok unboxing of that. Maybe. We'll see. So those three are my hardcore. I will read those. And so now we're going to pick two off of this beautiful TBR card that I did a while ago. I think that was like my first video. These are anywhere from fantasy, romance. I think I have like a couple just fiction, general fiction. And like I said, like if I pick some of these and I'm like, no, I know I'm not going to read that, I'll pick another one because there are some on here that I've thought about that I'm like, I won't read that. And I feel bad for it, but we'll see. So the first one, 11. Okay. This it's tiny, skinny. We're gonna see. I did kind of a bad job of wrapping these because I got this like cardboardy paper or whatever, but I didn't realize tape doesn't really stick to it. My bad, embarrassing on my part. So like all of these are not taped together, but I can't see what it is. So, ooh, okay, first time caller. I read this. This is one that I didn't love it at the time, and I know the second one is coming out February. So this will be good for me to do a reread of because I'm debating if I want to read the next one. So, and then this is also one that like once I read it again, if I'm not like obsessed in love with it, like I can get rid of it because I think it's on Libby. And I've read 2 other books of hers and they're not my favorite, but we're gonna do another reread. And then we'll see. Please, I hope it's not a thick fantasy book, but I have a feeling it might be. Okay. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, I didn't look. What is that? Ooh, 14. We're coming from the middle shelf. This is another kind of skinny. I think it's a paperback. It feels hard, so that means I probably haven't read it yet. Embarrassing enough. So we'll see, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This video is probably gonna be like terrible. I haven't recorded anything in a while, so I'm not used to being like that in front of a camera. Okay. Oh, so this is one that is possibly going away. Oh, I don't want to like. I really wanted to read this series, but I've been told about this series and I don't know if it's something I'm going to enjoy. I'll keep it. You know what? I'll keep it. I'll try it out. But if I end up DNFing it or, you know, not enjoying it, it will be one that I get rid of. I think I got this on sale forever ago and it was like, I think $7 or $8. So I will give it a try. Now, okay, guys, I'm stumbling over my words. I apologize. I do have 5 books here, plus whatever I decide to read on my Kindle. So that is kind of a lot for January, especially because I'll be like studying and possibly starting work and all of that. But I don't know if I'll be able to, you know, get through all these, or I may have a DNF, or I may, you know, just happen to fly through all of them. So I do have 2 extra books. They're technically rereads. So as I said, I got a new Harry Potter box set, and I got the 15th anniversary edition, the Scholastic. It has like the castle kind of on the spines, but I have all the hardbacks. I've read all the hardbacks numerous times, but I wanted a set of paperbacks that I could go through, I could annotate, you know, and then in the future, you know, if my friends or family wanted to read it, you know, they could read the one that has like my sticky notes and annotations in it. So, and these are, the start of the series is not long. I think, how many pages are these? I don't know, 300 less than. So I figured this is just one I could throw on, and it is on Kindle, so it's like I can buddy read, and I do want to listen to the audiobooks, but I don't have Audible yet. That is something I'm getting to. And then the last one is another fantasy, but there has been 2 books that have come out since I've read the series, and so I want to get back into it, but it is Serpent in the Wings of Night. Now, I was absolutely obsessed with this book when it came out, so much so that I was like freaking out because the second one wasn't out. Found out it was on Kindle Unlimited, but I had already pre-ordered the hardback of it. But I loved this book. It has vampires, and then I believe she's human, and there's like a set of trials that she has to go through, and like her dad is this, you know, a general or something, and she makes an unlikely alliance with someone, and there's a betrayal and a plot twist, and oh, it was so good. It was so good. And I'm very excited to reread this because, as you can see, this was before like I actually started annotating. So I want to go back, I want to fully annotate it, I want to relive it, because this was one of my first like big books that I read when I got back into reading that was fantasy, and this kind of got me on my fantasy journey. But I don't think this video is going to be very long, but that's okay, because this is just me picking out my TBR for January. And usually like people show clips of them like reading, but I don't have the time, unfortunately, for that. So I'll show y'all all the books that I plan to read. This is a stack. Oh, it's falling. There's that. There's my beautiful stack for my TBR, plus my Kindle. I don't have my Kindle. I don't know where my Kindle is right now, but I'm very excited for this. It's going to be very interesting, I think, trying to read, and I know I'm probably not going to get to all of these books, so I'll go ahead and apologize in advance for that. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I don't know when it will be posted. It may just end up being a TikTok, but I really want it to go on YouTube because I'm trying to start doing that. But yeah, guys, I know what you're thinking. Lily, you literally just said bye to us. What's happening? What's going on? That was until I started editing and I realized I only had like 9 minutes of footage. Embarrassing, I know. I forget how to do this thing. So instead, I will be, I guess, vlogging my reading journey for this TBR. We'll see. I don't really know what all this is gonna look like. But yeah, I also just got a new desk chair. I'm filming this backwards, so I just realized I don't know if I can see that, but yeah, so I will kind of vlog me reading some of this, so I'll see you then. Hey guys, new angle, I know, crazy, but I don't know if I put in my little editing cut that I was doing, but I decided I was trying to put the clips together, and I had like 9 minutes of footage, and at that point I was like, I could just put that on TikTok, but I really wanted to do a YouTube video, so I decided that I would just go ahead and put clips of me reading books. So I am going to try to finish what is this one, House of Flame and Shadow. I at least want to get to part 3, which is probably about 100 pages from where I'm at. I don't know if I'll get that far, but I do plan to have just some little clips of me reading. I may hate this and I may cut this, but we will see. We will see. I am recording and I can see myself on my watch. You're sitting like up on my dresser. This is so weird, and I'm gonna forget you're up there and someone's gonna message me and I'm gonna, you know, panic for my phone. But I just wanted to film this, you know, try something new. As Larry Reed says, just do it, just post, you know, no fear. I have a lot of fear, but it's okay. We're okay. So enjoy the next little montages of me reading, and then I plan to talk about each book after I finish. So yeah. Update, I did make it to part 3 of Crescent City. We're slowly working on it. I'm doing some schoolwork right now and studying, so I'm taking a break, but like the end of part 2, I'm baffled. Like, that was not what I was expecting at all. I did want to give an update. I did finish Heated Rivalry. I liked it a little bit more than Game Changers. Of course, I skipped over a lot of scenes in it, but I think that'll probably be it for right now for January, just because I have so many books to read. But like, I may decide to just pick them up and kind of read them slowly. But yeah, there's a little update. I have got to like chapter 80. I'm loving this. I'm hoping I'll finish it by at least tomorrow, but so far this is a really good book. I have this much left and I'm literally crying. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm almost done. And I'm like so sad, but I'm so happy. Wish me luck. Okay, I have officially finished House of Flame and Shadow. I don't know, I don't have a rating just yet, because like my mind is going through so many emotions. First off, like I want to go back and find out so much more, because the ending, you know, leaves on like a little cliffhanger. Like technically this could just be done as a trilogy, but I have a feeling with ACOTAR 6 and a possible like Throne of Glass novella, like anything is possible. So, but this is technically my 3rd book done in 2026, but my first real book done. So I'm gonna journal it, put it in like my Goodreads. I'm doing Storygraph and Fable. Yeah, on to the next. Okay, new location. As you saw in the last clip, I finished Crescent City. I kind of wanted to sleep on it, and I ended up giving like a 4.75 stars. I think that was probably my favorite book maybe out of the series. I don't know, I really love the second one, but it was such a good storyline, and it was so good wrapping up everything that like there were things from the first book that happened in the second and third that all got wrapped up with a bow, and just like I bawled at the ending. I had like no tears left in my body. It was great. It was great. If you have not read Crescent City, I highly recommend you pick it up. And then also, of course, I woke up and I was like, I think I'm gonna be in a slump, but it's okay. I will power forward. I am gonna try Her Soul to Take. I'm very excited for this. This was on my 10 before the end. This one was when I got in a blind date with the book. So I'm really, really excited. I have a little key in here. I have a little key in here for reading. So I'm hoping I'll enjoy this. I do know I think it's now on like Kindle Unlimited or something. So I may bounce between like physical book and my Kindle. Not sure yet, but it is currently the 5th. And so also, side note, for people saying, well, actually, Lily, you started Crescent City in 2025. Shut up, I know. I was in school, I was finishing school. I was proud of myself for the fact that I read that much in 2025, especially like the last couple months. So I'm counting that because I read over 50% of it, I guess, in 2026. I'm counting that as a 2026 read. Take it as it is, you know? If you have an issue, we can squabble it, but yeah. Very, very excited about that, and I'm very, very excited to start this. I may post some little clips of me reading again. I just set up my Wii U again, found it going through organizing stuff, so I'm gonna mess around with that, see if it still works. Might see me playing some Mario Kart, but yeah. Thank you guys. I will update you on the book. Update, I'm about 60 pages into Her Soul to Take. I don't really know how to feel about it right now. I'm trying to take everything with like a grain of salt and not like judge too hard, but I am kind of in a slump after finishing Crescent City, and like all I want to do is go back and just reread the series. But I'm going to give this a try, and then I do think I'm gonna take Scythe off the list. I keep looking at it on my TBR stack, and I'm just like, I don't have any desire to read it. So I do think that's going to be one that I end up getting rid of, because I can definitely get it on like Libby or from my library, but just right now I don't have an urge to read it. So okay guys, so update. I can't remember if I filmed a video clip already. I haven't edited anything, but I did start Her Soul to Take. I'm like 80, 90 pages in it. It's okay so far. It's not gripping me how I wanted it to, but I know I probably just need to kind of give it time. But I'm kind of getting bored, and I'm kind of in a slump from Crescent City, so I was like, I can read this, and then I decided Scythe will be removed from my TBR for this month, just because every time I looked at it, I picked it up, I just had no desire to read it, which I hate, because I used to be really excited to read that book, but I think my tastes have changed since I got it. So I still plan to do my reread of Serpent in the Wings of Night, Harry Potter, B.K. Borison, and then Mistborn, but I'm not prepared to dive into Mistborn right now. So I feel like I'll just keep reading Her Soul to Take, and then I did pick up Serpent in the Wings of Night. I took the dust jacket off of it just because it kept slipping down. Now, as you can see, I did annotate this way back when, and I was looking at some of my annotations, and I really only annotated like moments I loved and quotes I liked, and that is definitely not my annotation style anymore. Like now I have a whole like list. So first off, what I did was I picked colors for it, and this is basically like the same sheet. I just have used both of them, so I kind of connected which color went where, and then I did come up with a annotation key. Where did it go? Hello? Oh, right there. That's kind of what I do. I don't know if you can read that if it's backwards, but it's like quotes I love, funny moments, romance, WTF, whoa, that was amazing, tears, plot. And so I have started, I'm only like 25 pages in, that's like chapter 3. But I've already annotated a good little bit with my current new annotation key, so I'm very excited to go back through, read this. I don't know when I would get to the second one after this, but I am excited because this is nostalgic for me. And so like, even only being 3 chapters in, I'm seeing things like I remember that like crazy. So yeah, that's kind of my plan for right now. I'll try to do some clips of me reading, but I have been studying a lot. Also, new addiction is solitaire, so I've been playing solitaire a lot. But yeah, I will check in with you guys soon. Guys, I've been absolutely awful. I'm so sorry. I've been chaotic the last couple days, figuring out when I'm gonna take a big test, and I did purchase another book. I'll do a little update in a little bit, and then I have a friend coming to town today, and there's a group of us going to get lunch and possibly just go to bookstores. But I wanted to give an update. Have not continued Serpent in the Wings of Night or Her Soul to Take. Don't know why. I'm just like, I can't read those right now. So I did continue the Game Changer series by Rachel Reed. For some reason, I'm just like eating those up, I guess because they're just little quick romances. I finished, what was it, Tough Guy? That was probably my least favorite one. I gave it 3 stars, and it may go down. It was just not my favorite. But then I somehow skipped the 4th one and went straight to Role Model. That was a 5-star. Like, I'm obsessed with that book. The side characters, the plot, like the found family, everything in it, I was just like, so I feel like that's shaking me out of my slump. So today I'm going to try to finish reading, or read a little bit more of either Her Soul to Take or Serpent in the Wings of Night. But I do still have Harry Potter, Mistborn, and First Time Caller. But it is only the 9th, so I have the rest of the month to kind of just read and study. I may slow my pace down because I just devoured 2 books in like 3-4 days. But yeah, I wanted to give an update. Again, I apologize. It's not going to be long for you. It'll be long for me when I look at the clips from like the 4th to the 9th. But yeah, that was my update. I'll check in with y'all later. Hey guys, little update. I'm still reading Serpent in the Wings of Night. As you can see, my old annotations versus my new annotations, kind of crazy. I also got a bunch of plastic covers, and I covered all of my hardback books just to protect them. And then I'm currently reading my bookshelves right now, so I will get back to y'all on that. May do a little TikTok video, but yeah, that's my update. I'm probably like 20% of the way into this book. I'm loving it all over again. It's so fun. So yeah. Hey guys, little update. I actually have not been reading. I've been studying. I've been reorganizing my room and kind of clearing things out and just trying to prep myself to study for this big exam. But today, I promise I'm getting back into Serpent in the Wings of Night. As you can see, like my old annotations compared to my new, I have gotten, I think I'm like 25% of the way through. So I'm really excited. I am taking it a little slow. Was not expecting to, but I am getting back in the hang of things. And after this, I think I'm going to pick up Mistborn and just see what all I can get into. I do think Her Soul to Take is a DNF for right now. I don't know if I'll pick it back up in the future, but for right now, I go to pick it up and I'm like, ooh. So I'm gonna put it on one of my shelves that's kind of like possibly getting rid of, waiting for the next book, and then books I want to try again. So yeah. Hi guys, update. I'm about 50% of the way through Serpent in the Wings of Night. I've been reading very slowly. It is the 14th and I'm going very slow, but after this I do plan to start hopefully Mistborn, and I might try to do First Time Caller at the same time, but we will see. I'm very busy right now, but I am loving it. I'm re-annotating it, and there's so much that's happening that I either forgot about or I missed, and I'm seeing like plot points that I know connect to like the ending in the next book, so I'm very, very excited. This man, Rain, like I forgot just how much I loved him. Like, he literally turns his back so that if she decided she wanted to kill him, she could. Like, I love them. I love them so much. I finished it, fully annotated, as you can see. Yeah, I knew exactly like how the ending was, and I still cried. This is 5 stars. Like, one of my favorite books. Like, I will never stop recommending this book. So if you have not read, especially just Serpent and the Wings of Night and Ashes and the Starker's King, that's the second one, I highly recommend it. They are just like quick, easy fantasy reads. And the way like the series is set up is like the Bridge Kingdom, where it's a duology for each like set of characters, but they're like interconnected. So it's like you don't have to commit to like a huge series. You can just follow like the first 2 books. But yeah, I think I have like a novella or something on my Kindle that I might pick up, because I just am not in the mindset right now to pick up Mistborn, but hopefully tomorrow I will be starting Mistborn and getting through that. But yeah. Hey guys, another update. I started Mistborn late last night, and I'm about 100 pages in, but this will be my read, and once I finish this, I was trying to buddy read First Time Caller with this, but I just don't think that I have the brain capacity to do that, so I will keep you all updated. Hey guys, I am a little over halfway done with Mistborn. I'm really enjoying it. The plot is like a lot more than I thought it was. The magic system is a lot to kind of get into. Like the first part of the book, I was kind of like trying to figure things out, but now that I'm understanding it, I feel a lot better. But I'm excited. This is a very, very good book. Obviously, once I finish it, I will not jump into the next one, no matter how much I want to. I still have Harry Potter and First Time Caller on my TBR, so I'm hoping I'll still be able to get to those. But yeah, there's my little update. I did finish Mistborn. Finished it earlier yesterday, and I just forgot to check in. It was a really good book. I gave it 4.75 stars. It was so close to being a 5-star, but there was just kind of like little things that like either kind of just bugged me, or I wish were different, or I wish like certain things happened that is keeping it like from the 5-star. But it was such a good book. Technically, it's kind of set up to be read like as a standalone, so I plan to hold off on starting the second book in the series, but I am swiftly moving along. In my January TBR, 2 books left. So I did finally start Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm annotating it. I love this book. This is my 7th reread of the first book. Technically, like, I've reread like the first 5 books probably 6 or 7 times. I've reread the series in total 4 times, or I've read the series in total 4 times. So it's just one of my favorite series. But I did want to update that Mistborn is complete. It's annotated. Crazy. So much stuff happened. If you haven't read this series, like, it's a lot. It's high fantasy, and if you're not used to that, like, it is kind of jarring. So there was a lot in here that I was like, whoa, that's different. But it was so much fun. And I love the world building and the magic system. But yeah, there's my update. It is currently 9 p.m. on the 24th. I'm gonna keep reading a little bit more. I'm not feeling the best right now, so I'm just gonna crawl in bed. And yeah, I will update you and keep you posted. Hi, me again. I forgot to mention that one of my Libby holds came in, and it's Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood, the audiobook. So I am listening to that. I didn't realize it was only like 4 hours long. So while I was like reorganizing and cleaning and dusting, I listened to it. So I'm like 75% of the way through that. But I am counting that towards my reading goal because once it comes out in February, I will be purchasing it. But yeah, I wanted to update on that as well. Update. I did finish Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Annotated it. Loved it. 5 stars. Again and again and again. And then I did finish... Oh my gosh, what's the audiobook called? Two Can Play. Ali Hazelwood. I finished that this morning. It was great as well. First audiobook I've ever listened to, and also first Libby book I've ever gotten. So yeah, it's almost the end of January, and my last book is my reread of First Time Caller. And then depending on when I finish that, I will just read whatever I want to. But yeah. So I don't know what just happened, but I started Bluebird Gold by Devaney Perry earlier. And I was like, I'm just gonna read a little bit. It was supposed to be a February read. It was on slot for my February TBR. It was like the best book. Like, it was so good. It had like the mystery, the romance. It was set in like the 1980s, so you didn't have like all the cell phones and everything. It was so good, you guys. I loved it. Hey guys, update. It's the 26th, and I have officially consumed 14 books, and that's a lot. And so I was kind of like, what the heck? But looking back, I had 4 novellas that were all like less than 200 pages, and so some of them were like hockey, and then Ali Hazelwood. So I was like, okay. I was just sitting there thinking, I just consumed so much. Now I did. Looking at the rest of the books I've read since the start of January, I have read a lot, but as of right now, I'm sitting at 14. I did start Chamber of Secrets last night just because I wanted a quick fun read, but later today or tomorrow, I will do First Time Caller, and that'll be kind of the end of the video. I've already edited basically everything except for the stuff I'm filming now, because I'm hoping to post this right on like the 30th, so I can immediately start my February TBR. And I'll probably do this again. We'll see. But yeah, I will update y'all when I start the book. I know what you're thinking. Lily, what is in your hair? I'm trying heatless curls for the first time. Obviously, you can see I messed up, but I wanted to update. I am about 150 pages into First Time Caller. It's good. I'm enjoying it definitely a lot this time than I was. I realized I read it like in March, but I really wanted to get back into this kind of universe because we are introduced to Jackson, and I think we hear about Delilah a good bit in this book for the second book, and Now Back to You, which I'm really excited about. And I'm also about 100 pages into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so usually like I'm waking up, I'm reading Harry Potter, and then before I go to bed, I'm reading First Time Caller. But yeah, I also found out that I did get approved for an art copy of The Shippers by Catherine Sinner. It is on my NetGalley, so I'm not sure, depending on how much time I have it's January. Depending on how much time I have, if I will get to that, but if not, it may be tacked on to my February. But I'm very excited. I'm very grateful about that. But yeah, that's my update. Hello, good morning, Grand Rising. My heatless curls came out. They're kind of like a lot, but it was something to try. But I am a little over halfway done with First Time Caller, and I am actually enjoying it a lot more this time than the first time. I think the first time I gave it like a 3.75, maybe it was closer to a 4-star. But I'm enjoying this a lot more. It's currently the 28th, so I think today, maybe tomorrow might be the last day I film. That way I can edit it and upload it. But I did pick my February TBR, so I will be starting that as soon as January is over with, and I'm excited for it. But yeah. Hey guys, curl update. Kind of fell. I brushed them once just because they were all tangled, but I just finished First Time Caller, annotated it. I really enjoyed it a lot more this time than I did last time, but it was really good. I'm excited for And Now Back to You. because I got to see Jackson again in this book, and he is just like a comedic character, and so I'm really excited to see his love story. But I'm just gonna be reading Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. It really wasn't on a TBR, it was just like a fun book to read because I got a paperback set and I really wanted to go through and annotate them. So I think tomorrow I'll set up and do kind of an overview of all the books I read, because yeah, tomorrow will be the 29th, and yeah, that way I can hopefully post this on the 30th. But this one a good book, you know, kind of good into to January TBR, and I'm very excited for February. Hey guys, it is currently the end of January. It is now the end of my January TBR video, so I figured I would come on here and kind of share with y'all all the books that I read. I think in total I've read 15 books, which is a lot. I know I was kind of like freaking out, especially because I've been studying so much, but we'll go ahead and get started. First bit I did was on my Kindle. I read Game Changer and Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed. Those are hockey romance books that follow, or it's now a TV show. I still have yet to watch the entire TV show, but I did read those books. And then I finished House of Flame and Shadow. There's probably some clips in this video of me reading this, but annotated it, loved it. It was great. Probably one of the best reads I've had so far. And then I got back onto my Kindle and I read Tough Guy and Role Model. I somehow missed the fourth Heated Rivalry Game Changers book, but I'll at some point go back and read that, and then The Long Game. And then I did start the North Shore Titans hockey series by Evie Olson, and I only did like 3 of them because they were like less than 200 pages each. So I did Savage Titan, Ruthless Titan, and I think Brutal Titan. Yeah. And then once I read those quick little hockey romances, usually I did those right at night. I did do my reread of Serpent and the Wings of Night because I'm so excited to get back into this universe. I did updated annotations, as you can see. I love this book. It was 5 stars first time, 5 stars again. After that, I immediately dived into Mistborn. This was a lot, but I absolutely loved it. It was so good. The magic system, the world building, like so much more than I was expecting. And so the second one is on my February TBR, as well as Trust with the Emerald Sea for February. So I'll be getting back into that universe. And then after Mistborn, I needed something a little light, airy. So on my Kindle, I picked up Bluebird Gold by Devaney Perry. 5 stars. That was great. It was like such a fun romance. I love Devaney Perry. Like, she's one of my like easy peasy Kindle Unlimited authors. So it was so good. I absolutely loved it. After that, I did read First by Allie Hazelwood. That's a novella that's part of her Kickstarter. And then I did listen to the audiobook of Two Can Play, which I'm so excited because Two Can Play is coming out physical copies, I think the 10th of February. So I will be purchasing that because it was another 5 star. Then after that, I did start Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone. This was not on a TBR list. This was just, I got a box set, reading it. It was an extra. It was like, I think I started this on the 23rd. I was like, something to read, and I annotated it. I do have all the hardcovers. I just did not annotate the hardcovers, so I figured it'd be fun to annotate all my paperbacks. And then you will see I did dive back into First Time Caller because And Now Back to You comes out in a couple weeks, and I'm so excited for it. Jackson, we get to meet him in this story, the main character of And Now Back to You, so I'm so excited to see his storyline. And I did annotate this, and I actually enjoyed this one a lot more second time than the first time. The first time I think I gave it like a 3.75 or right around a 4 star. I would probably give it a 4.25 at this point. It was really good, really fun. I did have like some little with it, but I enjoyed it. I'm getting into BK Borison's writing style because I did read, what is it called? Good Spirits. And then I did read her Love Light Farm series. I didn't like those, but Good Spirits I really, really liked. So we will see. Now, it is technically the 29th, so I'm finishing up January by just finishing Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. I'm 100 pages in. This will just be what I read for the rest of the time until the start of February, and I will start my new TBR video. But I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been so fun to kind of film. I'm getting used to it. Of course, like, I'm on my phone with the tripod, so I'm doing my best to learn how to do these things. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hopefully we'll have another video for y'all soon. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.